Hello everyone, Lawrence here. Figured maybe do like a kind of a casual video or something. My kid's in school, I got really nothing to do until about, I don't know, 2 o'clock when I leave for work, so actually let me just get that out of the way so that I don't kind of like accidentally dox myself, but shit, even if you knew which hospital I work at, there's like 50 of them across the country, so... Yeah, so anyway, I figured, just see how, like, a little casual video is gonna work out. I don't know. I figured I'm gonna resurrect my old Six Samurai deck. The old Six Samurai. Got my binder right here. Alright, check this out. Look at all of them. I got a playset full of pretty much all of them, I think. Took me a long ass time to make. Wait, was I missing one? No, that wasn't that one. Oh, that was Rihan. I'm missing a Rihan, I'm missing a Hatsume, I'm missing like one of like the guys you don't ever use, but that's whatever. Anyway. So I figured, let's go ahead and resurrect the Samurai. Pretty much just because until my new tune card, or not even tune specific cards, until the new cards I ordered get in, if they get in, because USPS has been notorious for not delivering my packages lately. Yeah, pretty much until they get in, that deck's pretty much, I think, as good as it's gonna get, as far as board breaking and whatnot. Now the Six Samurai, on the other hand, I played these when I first got back into the game. About... a year before COVID, so about, 2 years ago now. Jesus Christ, since COVID been that long. But, yeah, so I played them, because I played Duel Links, and that was what got me back into Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. And then I was like, okay, so, hey, these, Six Samurai cards, they're dirt cheap, except for Kizaru. Kizaru was like $3, and at the time I was like, I'm not paying $3 for a trading card, and now I'm like, $3 for a trading card is pretty okay. I'm super glad too, because I spilled milk on this binder one morning. But fortunately, it seems like everything is good and safe and protected. So, let me see if I even remember what see if I even remember what the deck profile was. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use these fancy Six Samurai sleeves that I bought a long time ago. I'm gonna put those in that, and then I'm going to use the clear standard size sleeves. I'm gonna put those sleeves in those. So let's just go ahead and get into this. First and foremost, so you definitely need Mizuho and Shinai. Actually, let me just go ahead and move this down right here. Ah! Yeah, it's a bit of a better image. You definitely need Mizuho and Shinai. The question is, how many do you need? Now, we're going to run 3 in this deck. And the reason we're going to do 3 is because we want to have a defense against... if we can make it quick enough, we want to have a defense against Nibiru. Because Nibiru is really the only problem I'm worried about. If not for Nibiru, I'm not terribly concerned over anything else that hits us in this deck. So we got 6 right here. I will go ahead and put these right there. So there's 6. I usually run 2 Kizons, just because I tend to recycle the same ones each time. You know what I mean? So you do 2 Kizons, and we'll do 2 Kagekis. Oh, these still have my Ash Blossom sleeves on them when I was... yeah. I'll do 2 Kizons, 2 Kagekis. Obviously we're going to have Sheen in the extra deck. The only question is how many Sheen are we going to have, so I'll just pull out 1 for now and put it right there. Okay. You do 1, 1, and 1. And the reason you're doing 1 of each of these is because you're going to recycle him just one. You're just gonna keep recycling this one. She's a hard once per turn. Yeah, okay, he's good. And you really only, and again, you're just gonna recycle this one several times, so you don't really need to do all that. Legendary secret. You do one of him just because you can summon your secrets. You can summon your secrets so quickly. And that leaves... Sorry about that. And that leaves, do we do Sheehan Squire? And the answer is yes. He's an Earth Tuner. And we're gonna have a Sheehan. We're gonna have a Shadow Sheehan because he is a 6 Samurai and a Sheehan effect monster. We're going to do at least one Battle Shogun. We'll just put one right there. Alright, here we go. Sheehan's Dojo. 1, 2, and 3. We're definitely running three of these things. No question. Do 3 of them. Of course, Sheehan Smoke Signal, we're doing 3 of these. This is just freaking consistency right here. Like, it's a free search for a level 3 or level 6 samurai. You can only run one. You can only run one Gateway of the 6, so obviously we're gonna run that one. 6 Samurai United, you can go back and forth on. I'll actually see how many cards I have and then go back and take a look at it. Temple of the 6, I'm honestly just a fan of. I can admit it's not that great. It's there just to hold counters. But let's see how many we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We'll come back to this page. We're not worried about any of these. 6 Shinobi, if you can pull it off, it's pretty freaking awesome. But it's definitely a win more card, because if you're in a position where you can activate the 6 Shinobi, chances are you've already won. Okay, so the milk, it came down, like, none of the cards got affected, but it just, and that's it for, like, 6 Samurai specific cards. Now I have to go into another binder and get my No? Are they in here? I thought I had them in here. Yeah, here's the rest of my tunes also. I haven't got a Parrot Dragon. Where did... Oh, here's my Live Twins. We'll make something out of those eventually. I think there is potential for Live Twins there. And yeah, we're going to go into the other binder, because apparently I didn't have them in this one. So what do we got? 21, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, yeah. Oh, wait, no, we need one more. Grandmaster. I didn't pick up Grandmaster. Grab the Grandmaster, of course. That's 22. Okay, where are they at? Because there's some stuff I'm looking for. There we go. Junk forwards. So, 23, 24, 25, 26. I was running just 2 of those, if I remember correctly. So we're at 26. We'll hold on to Amazoness Archer, because that's a really degenerate FTK right there. Not OTK, FTK. So we're at 26 right now. Where's my... Yeah, here we go. You do 27. Because the way I had this deck set up was you just special summon everything. You don't even do any normal summons. You require 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That's right, I had to play with this. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Ah, that's right. I knew. Yeah. Because unexpected die summons special summons a normal monster. Well, guess what? Six Samurai is a normal monster. If I can find him. 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 No, seriously, where's it at? Here we go. Chamberlain of the Six Samurai. He is a normal monster. You summon him out with unexpected die. You have and you have a Six Samurai to start doing all your shit with, or all your stuff with. Sorry, I swore. So that should put us at 39. Now the problem is, that's not really a problem, but you know, we can do a Call by the Grave. Sure, why not? Now you notice that there is no hand traps in this deck. And the reason for that is because this deck is super tight. You do not get the chance, really, I should say, to play your... You need every card, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have the you don't have the luxury of saying, you know what, I'm going to do X, Y, or I'm going to run 3 Nibiru's, 3 whatevers. You run that in the side deck, and you try to go first on, you know, the first game. We need Isolde. For right now, we'll take the 3 Saryujas, just because that was my old Amazonas Archer, like, because you just dig through so much of your deck, and you special summon her out with Saryuja. I'm telling you, that deck idea was just busted. I'm actually, the only reason I think Amazonas Archer isn't banned is because more people weren't doing it. Rip True King, Rip Morongo, Levier. Levier was used with this combo because you could do that thing with them. Trying to remember everything, man. Rip Summon Sorceress. Summon Sorceress was amazing for the deck. You want Gossip Shadow. And you want Gossip Shadow because if you can make it early, you can protect yourself from Nibiru. That's really all that is there for. Rip Zexal. Not really worried about any of this stuff, but we do need Flame Swordsman because he's our instant fusion target. We could throw in a Trishula. Is that secret rare? We'll do this one. We'll throw in Trishula. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. And the rest of them would honestly come from other decks that I've made, is the problem. Clearwing Synchro, well... The problem is you gotta use specifically a Synchro for that. I can't... I can maybe climb that high, I don't know. But we won't worry about too much of that. Yeah, I think I like this. I usually don't like running a one-of anything because, especially if you can't search it, I should say. I don't like running a one-of that you cannot search because, you know, I need consistency. Well, Called by the Grave is only going to be one. I think I'd rather one like Monster Reborn just so I could res it from the graveyard. In fact, I might just do that. Yeah, run a Monster Reborn for res. Get this Monster Reborn. Because this is just a combo extender right here. Recall by the Grave. Yeah, I can save and protect my combo, but you're only running one of them. So the odds that you're gonna have it when you need it are much lower than this one, where I can just be like, okay, this is just another combo extender to help me out. As my thought process, I should say. I still got a bit of a runny nose too. It sucks. Let me count this. Let me just take a look at what we got in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Oh, we miscounted anyway. What can we put back? You know, we got plenty of... Yeah, we got plenty of level 3s. We'll put a copy of Shinai and Mizuho back. So that puts us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. We'll call this 40. 40 right here. And we'll just do that. Now we'll put you two back. Legendary. Which I also like to do because I had this really neatly organized and now I kind of don't. Now the other stuff for the extra deck would be definitely like Borreload Savage, but those are in other decks, so I'll just take them out whenever I play them. Halqifibrax definitely, but again, I'll just have to, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just going to have to, like, manually take the stuff out and whatnot. Meantime, let me find some sleeves. Jesus Christ, have I gone through everything already? No, I can't have. Alright, boom, boom. Yeah, I got a runny nose. I don't even know where it's coming from. It is about that time of year, though. Allergies and whatnot. Hopefully I will be out of this state soon enough. So in the meantime, let's just, because this is going to get pretty boring pretty quick if I don't chit-chat with y'all, so I know nobody's actually, like, physically watching, because, you know, I'm talking to myself. This is not live, but I guess I could just kind of share the story of what got me back into the game. So the first time I played the game was a long time ago. Like, I was in, I think, middle school when I started, and then high school when I stopped. And the last time I played, Yatagarasu was Loud. So just think about that. So, kind of showing my age here a bit, but hey, you know, I used to think the 30s were old, but now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like, hell, if anything, I feel like I'm at the peak of my performance. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, like, I'll tell you right now, I don't run nearly as long as I used to, because I used to be that guy. Like, I could run for hours at a time. Well, not hours, but an hour at a time. I think my best was I could run what was it, 7 miles an hour for an hour at a time. And I remember the only reason I stopped running was because I got bored with it. So, like, I could probably go longer than an hour, but I was just like, fuck it, I'm done. Again, I'm sorry for the swearing, this is kind of casual. But, so yeah, there's that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, getting back into the game. So yeah, so Duel Links came out, and I was like, well, Duel Links, you know, I'll give this a shot. And so I was playing Duel Links, and I was like, man, I used to really like this game. I wasn't any good at it. I never won any tournaments back in the day, but then again, I was trying to run, like, character decks, I guess you would say. Like, I was like, I'm gonna run Dark Necrofear and a bunch of Fiend monsters, and I remember I legit tried to do the same play that Bakura did, where I would throw in those 3 monsters that he just sacrificed to summon Dark Necrofear. Yeah, I remember I would, like, play the game like that. Like, I would play the game like I was an anime character. So, we've come a long way. And I still do prefer, and I don't know what it is about me and off-meta anything, like, because it doesn't matter what game I play, I tend to gravitate towards off-meta. Like, Injustice, Gods Among Us, the first Injustice game, where I actually did do rather well. I could place consistently in those tournaments and get, like, a little bit of something. I think the best I did was 2nd place out of locals and, like, top 16 at a major. But yeah, because I remember, and I played Green Lantern, and Green Lantern was never meta, but one, I'm a huge Green Lantern fan, of specifically Jeff Johns' Green Lantern, so that's why I picked him. But, yep. But, anyway, and then, you know, nowadays in Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'm running Toons just because I'm a fan of the Toon cards, and I ran 6 Samurai because I was like, okay, 6 Samurai are dirt cheap, and, you know, I can do some cool stuff with them. That was always pretty much it, and it was never like, hey man, I can't wait to, I don't know. But yeah, so I've always run non-meta, but that's what I like about the simulators, is because you can just pick out the meta decks on the simulator, play them, and then figure out what they lose to, because, you know, if you start losing to it. The only thing is, once I figured out how to do the Drytron combo, like, again, a brick was like, I still end on Ultimateness, but I don't get Vanity's Ruler, you know what I mean? So, Meteonis Drytron is a stupid card that should never have been invented, but I digress. But yeah, I don't know why. I never was one for running meta in any game that I play. Like League of Legends, I don't consider what I play meta, because I'll go mid lane and then I'll just pick Malzahar or Tristana. Like, I go generally Malzahar if I, you know, just... These are gonna stick out of the sleeves. Yeah. These are gonna stick out of the sleeves. Well, maybe not. Like, Malzahar is my go-to mid laner, just because he's super safe, and he's essentially auto-pushes the lane. But he's not meta. Like, the meta is mobility, and Malzahar is one of the most immobile champions in the game. No, I don't want to do that. And it's kind of the same with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I never pick meta. Like, even the other deck that I'm using, that I kind of sort of use on the regular, which is my Live Twins, if you can even call it a Live Twins deck. That, like, Live Twins aren't meta. They're a good engine, don't get me wrong, but there's always better engines around. But I don't know, that's just a little quirk of mine, I guess. And I'm not one of those guys who says, oh, you play the meta, you suck. I don't know, like, meta decks always never sit with me. Alright, so that's all of them sleeved. I think the closest to a meta deck I play is Dinosaurs. And I know I was playing them when they were meta. But the thing I like about Dinosaurs is, I guess maybe the simplicity of their game plan, maybe, I guess is what you would call it. But anyway, now that we got these sleeved up here, see, the thing about the Konami sleeves is they look really, really nice, but they also fray super easy. Like, I can show you some sleeves, maybe, if I can find them, but they wear off really, really quick. So I put them in clear sleeves, I double sleeve them, and then boom. I can use my fancy sleeves, and they are protected, and they can shuffle without destroying themselves. So there's that. But yeah, dinosaurs are probably the closest to a real meta deck that I run. And like I said, I did run them when they were meta, but I didn't have all the meta stuff. So whenever I would do dinosaurs, my board would pretty much just end on UCT and maybe if I had a lucky enough draw, a Logia. So I essentially had like, you can kind of consider UCT a negate because he's going to flip your cards face down and stop you from doing stuff, but yeah. And these cards specifically, like, because when Coronavirus hit is when I got a lot of these newer Six Samurai plays in, like the Instant Fusion for Flame Swordsman, and the Junk guys, and the Fire Flint ladies. That was back when all my deliveries were arriving in a timely manner, before I distrusted TCG Player. You know, if I'm just being salty about it. But, yeah. So I never actually used them in any tournaments. So, and you know, I was just driving along in the car and I was like, you know what? I haven't used my Six Samurai in a while, because I was just thinking, I was like, well, what can I do with the tunes at this point? And I was like, well, until I get Necroface and Prohibition, I don't think there's really anything I can do. Like, I think the version of the tunes I have right now is probably the best it's going to be for a minute. Because you can't run a whole lot of hand traps in tunes, because the thing about hand traps is, especially like Ash Blossom, 99% of the time, they're only useful on your opponent's turn to stop them from doing something, and that's perfectly fine, perfectly acceptable, but tunes do not have the ability to one-card combo, kind of like the Six Samurai kind of sorta do. They have to have they can get a pretty unstoppable combo going, but they have to get really lucky to do it. And with Six Samurai, I remember I never placed with Six Samurai except once, and I think I got third place in that one. And I was super excited for it, because I was like, oh my god, I took third place, this is so cool, this is the first time I did, because usually what I would do is I would win 2, lose 2, and I did that for the longest time. Tunes, on the other hand, it's been kind of like an opposite effect. I don't really go 2 and 2 very much. What I do is I'll either go top heavy in my wins, so I'll have 3 and 1, or I'll go bottom heavy in my wins, and I'll go 1 and 3. You know what I mean? I can usually at least win 1 game per tournament. But it's kind of how tunes go in there. Jesus Christ. It's kind of how tunes went for me. Okay, let me just get these in there. But yeah, and I'm not done with the tunes. I'm still going to be playing with them because they're my favorite deck. But, you know, I just kind of like, yeah, why not try these cards out? Especially like these Broken Bamboo Swords. I don't use these with any other deck, so like the reason I started using the clear sleeves was so that I could put all my main deck cards in clear sleeves, all my extra deck cards in black sleeves, all my tokens in white sleeves, and it's kind of like the idea of interchangeable parts, you know, from automobiles, where I could just, hey, on the fly, if I need to, boom, bang, bang, boom, I switch these out and we're good. Unfortunately, right now, though, so unfortunately with me going into doing specialty sleeves or novelty sleeves, whatever you want to call them for decks, you know, it's not like a big deal. It's just tedious to have to like remove all the cards and then put them into other sleeves and stuff like that. So these cards right here are just going to stay in the Six Samurai sleeves, and I probably won't manipulate these out of the deck. Like the extra deck cards, I do still have a specialty sleeve for the extra deck. It's the black hexagon ones. So those will definitely be thrown in those. And here's reinforcements. But yeah, because I remember, man, when I thought about the unexpected dies and stuff like that, I was like, oh my god, we do have a vanilla samurai. You know, it's Chamberlain. This is going to be so freaking cool if I can pull it off. And I was doing combos, and I was, you know, doing test hands with it, and I was like, yeah, like, if I get everything I need, Nibiru's not a problem, because I can just keep special summoning after, you know, Nibiru hits. Ash wasn't a problem because I could just keep special summoning after I get ashed. So, yep. Yep. Just like that. Alright. Come on. Come on. It's kind of a problem when I get new sleeves, though, because look, they just slide all over the place. That kind of sucks, but it's not a big deal. Give it enough time, they'll flatten out like that. Alright, let me go back into my Thingo sleeves. Where's my hexagon sleeves? Where's that? Let me take my Ash Blossom sleeve out of this. My 2 Ash Blossom sleeves out of that and put them in here. But I can maybe show it to you off of these sleeves, because I know it was the hexagon sleeves that really got hit. I should only need like 10 of them. A little bit. There was one of them that like was straight just peeling off. So. But yeah, I'm switching from the clear sleeves to specialty sleeves because there was this one dude, and I think he's in one of the videos. He started, he kind of jumping on my butt about, oh, you can't use clear sleeves in tournaments. And at first I was like, well, F you, I don't care. You know, being honest. But then I went on Reddit after the fact and I started asking around, and they're like, yeah, technically, you know, that guy was right. You don't use clear sleeves in tournaments because, you know, you can always say, hey, you can mark the back of your cards that way. And I don't agree with everything, but I do plan on playing like in major tournaments whenever they come back around in real life. You know, in the real world. So I want to just nip this problem before it begins. And right now it's giving me something to do, because like I said, my kid's in school, I got time to kill. I've done everything else I want to do in the morning. One cool thing about the 6 Samurai is they have support across the extra deck, so you've got Link support, you've got Synchro support, you've even got fusions. You're never going to use Rihan, don't get me wrong, Rihan sucks. But he's there. Like, it's just kind of cool that it's there. And for those of you wondering what Rihan does, so Rihan is a contact fusion, and what he does is he says, okay, I'm going to use 3 of your 6 Samurai with different attributes to summon myself. And then I pitch 1 6 Samurai from either the field or the hand and banish a card. And that's it. And he can banish himself for this effect as well. Now, the obvious problem with this is, 1, you're using 3 resources that are already on the board to go into a fusion. That all it does is banish. Like, if he had a stronger effect, hex yeah, I'd probably run him. Like, if he was another negate or something, but he's not, and he's just a banish, so we can do way better. But here we go. I didn't knock that over again. Alright. I probably wouldn't even use Trishula, but I just kind of threw him in there. yeah, so that's pretty much that. The Six Samurai. I'm sure this isn't my exact deck profile from back in the day, but this is pretty close. Because I know I stopped running Amazoness Archer because I thought it was just too degenerate. Because, like, seriously, you can win on that first freaking turn. They don't even get the chance to play. Like, I'll see if I can even... Yeah, I'll show you. Because the idea... And there's so many different ways you can do it. Because the idea is if you can get to the point where you have Amazoness Archer, Gateway, and then... Where are they at? Any combination of these and... Where's my Mizuhos? There we go. If you have Amazoness Archer, and then these on the board and these in the graveyard, and I'm not even probably remembering it correctly, so you probably don't even need all of this. You basically, yeah, right there. You need either 2 reds or 2 blues, and you have any combination of this in the graveyard. You've basically won right there. Because what you do, you keep gaining your counters. Red sacrifices blue to pop red. That's going to resolve. Blue's going to be able to summon something back, which is usually going to be like Keyzon. So you summon Keyzon, it gets the counter, you use that counter, you get blue back, you summon blue. Red tributes that, kills that to pop itself. You go into the graveyard, you use your counters, you get red. I'm pretty sure I'm messing it up too is the thing. And then you get that, and you continuously loop it, because Amazoness Archer is going to tribute both of these. Yeah, Amazoness Archer does the tributing. I don't know. Yeah, I already messed it up in my explanation, but once I get back into the swing of the deck, I'll probably do like an actual tutorial of it or something, but it's pretty degenerate. It's an FTK. And I remember I had to run like all freaking manner of draw cards just to be able to dig up the Amazoness Archer. But aside from that, that's all I got for you today. We're going to go ahead and shut the video off here just because I think I've wasted enough of your time. So y'all have a good one and go out there and treat each other like you have some sense.